Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel. And following a couple of questions, including one where somebody asked me to talk about Windows 10 privacy and if Microsoft has improved or changed something to make it better than the original Windows 10 in 2015, because a lot of people, of course, in 2015 when Windows 10 came out with the Cortana stuff, the telemetry stuff, suddenly a lot of people started saying, oh, Windows 10 is actually spying on us. And a lot of people got annoyed at that. The thing is, and having a Microsoft account when you're using Windows, which is something that you didn't need before, if you wanted to have all the features, and of course that making the use of your computer a little more centered on Microsoft. A lot of people saying, well, that's it now, they're spying on what you do on your PC, and it scared away a lot of people. Thing is, the first thing that I always say to anybody that tells me that is, well, if you're using an iPhone, an iPad, an Android phone, or an Android tablet, there's no difference. These devices are linked to accounts. They are following you everywhere. It's even worse than Windows 10. Actually, you want to talk about a privacy nightmare, talk about Apple and Google and your mobile devices. There's privacy nightmare for you. In Windows 10, yes, there were more, privacy issues because of the linked operating system now to Microsoft. And of course, some of you, and you can still do this, to lower to the minimum the amount of information that Microsoft can actually get on you, create a local account. So you can actually create an account and that has no link to Microsoft in no way. There is a negative side to this. All the features like the syncing of the different settings and the syncing between browsers and so on, all of that stops working when you don't have a Microsoft account. But that is a minor problem for a lot of people. And for most people that have only one PC, it's a non-issue. So creating, of course, a local account is one of the things that you can actually do to stop, Microsoft from, getting more information about you. So the question arises: does Microsoft snoop on what I'm doing on their PC? No, they do not. And this is something that comes back all the time. People saying, yeah, they're snooping on us. They're not. There's syncing of the stuff. There is telemetry, yes, going to Microsoft, which you can put to minimum. Do I agree that the switch to put it to 0 should be available? Yeah, maybe they should have the option to have 0 telemetry. But then again, the minimum telemetry is not a lot of stuff and actually really helps in improving the quality of the product at a certain time. But then again, all of that is linked in a way that is anonymous. That means they don't really know from what PC what came from, because it's really sent in a anonymized way in packages. Now, believe what you want. We got to, at some point, take the time to believe that that is probably the case. I mean, I always abide with the fact that Microsoft has really nothing much to do with our data. I mean, they would have 800 million PC data. That is, just by the sheer number, is so much that they can't even cope with that. They have difficulty coping with just the telemetry they're getting. So imagine getting data from so many people. I would not see any way Microsoft has anything to gain from spying on whatever I'm doing. A lot of people, reporting, oh yeah, they're spying on you, and they know when you have, stolen software or, hacked software and so on. They don't look at that. Okay, that's not the kind of thing they're looking at, and the telemetry is really centered around Microsoft's Windows operating system and crashes and things like that. Did they improve the privacy in Windows 10 over the years? Yes, they did, to a certain extent. They did because it's easier to understand the different privacy settings. When you now do a clean install, you get a full panel of privacy settings explaining with switches, on-off switches, what exactly it's all about. So all of that means that they are actually working and making everything better and making everything a little more open, and you understand a little more what's happening. Now, let's be fair. Did they do it because they wanted to do it? Maybe to some extent, but for the most part, we got to just understand that they did it because with the European laws now that are in effect, Microsoft wanted to avoid getting fined. So it's kind of more of a push because of government. If you look at most privacy advocates, they will tell you that they actually like and are more confident of your privacy in Windows 10 in 2019 with the May 2019 update, for example, than they are with the original Windows 10 in 2015. So that also tells you that for a lot of experts, they have improved and it's still a little better. Now, is there a place for more work to make it even more, open in understanding what we send to Microsoft and so on? Of course, there's always that openness in there. And don't forget, there's a lot of stuff that if you don't use them, there's no information being sent out to the cloud, like Cortana, for example. So that's pretty much what I had to say, and to answer the questions about the privacy issues in the May 2019 update and versus the original Windows 10 in 2015. You enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.